Like your magic.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Let's go, Brandon. Okay, connection good, audio there. What do we want more? Money. Give me all your money. Welcome, my name is Ike. This is Switzerland.playit with TAGN, the angry game news. Every day, 10 a.m. here on this channel, Switzerland.playit. I am on Rumble, on YouTube, Kick and Twitch. Although YouTube can go fuck itself, actually. I started with my new intro song there this week, pretty much. Last Thursday, the first time I think I used it. And of course, there's some asshole out there who claims copyright to it, despite I got it from a copyright-free kind of public domain place. So yeah, fuck them. But we are not here for YouTube in general. I just stream that because I can. That's the main reason. I'm not late. It started 3 minutes prior to the show, so giving people a little bit time because not everybody gets the notification instantly. It's not a thing on Rumble, this instant notification. Although for comments, it works better if you like reload the page, you're gonna see the notification. Other than that, Rumble needs to work on that still a lot, it seems. Oh, ouch my junk, and fuck you, Mick Eisen. Today we're gonna talk a lot, kind of a lot about hardware stuff. We talk here on this channel with this news, mainly about video games, movies. I include 2, and of course some show news too. But mainly I try to focus on video games. Today it's just a little bit more hardware heavy, and we don't have really a lot. It was pretty calm, but we're gonna do what we can with those articles, right? Oh yeah, haste. So let's not waste more time and try to find out what's going on this planet. Main article is gonna be pretty much this Tencent guy. I forgot his name. We're gonna see his name again. He is like telling us California is fucked, mainly about game devs. Before we come to that, let's check the rest. Well, I have been told to fuck off. It only took like 30 seconds. Sweet. Okay. Nobody cares me, guys. Don't be gay. I know we all know you're gay, but don't be too gay. The only people not involved are the creators. Life is Strange writer says of Amazon TV adaptation. I reported on that yesterday, and we got like this tiny addition of information here. Amazon's announcement of a Life is Strange TV adaptation has prompted the video game's original writer, Christian Devine, to comment that the only people not involved are the creators. That's pretty much what all what he said in his comment on X. And yeah, it's weird. You should include those original writers, at least like get their opinion, like get a little bit inside what made them write for this game and how they wrote it and all that. But Amazon MGM Studios seems to be like, whatever, we got the rights for it, we're gonna do it our way, who cares? We're gonna lose probably money, but we are too stupid to understand how financing and money making works these days. Oi Bimo! Oi Beepster! Beepster is in the chat. He finally got the memo that I'm streaming every day. I don't know where this Alabama boy was all those months and months and months. What the gay Alabama boy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's move on. Maybe Ever Eden. Where is Ever Eden? She might be sad that the original writer is not on board for the TV show. Rumor! PS6 will have a detachable disk drive, much simpler design. So that's rumor. It's in the title at least, so that's good. So yeah, nothing confirmed really. In an era of soaring hardware costs, Sony is working overtime to keep the price of the PS6 down. To keep the price of the PS6 down. I mean, they never reported the price in the first place, but how can they keep it down? Whatever. The company knows that it needs to actually get the console into consumers' homes if it's to repeat the success of the PS5 and PS4, and it's not going to achieve that with a $700 plus system. There's already been reports that the Japanese giant may be eyeing a range of hardware models, including a portable, all with different specifications aimed at the different audiences. I hope they don't make like multiple handhelds. That would be bad, in my opinion, like confusing people. Make one portable and one console, or make maybe like a hybrid, like the Switch. It seems to work for people. It seems to work. If you have to call like the docking station, that gives you a little bit more power. Pretty much like you have it with notebooks, actually. Most notebooks give you like better performance when you plug them in on power directly, so they can boost the clock speed of the CPU and GPU and all that. Maybe something like that. So in combination with a docking station, but I hope they don't not eyeing with multiple handhelds. That would be horrible. Make the games better. Make the games better perform on less devices. The idea is to keep costs down and provide consumers with flexibility. You'll be able to purchase a digital-only device and a bundle with a detachable disk drive included, or alternatively, add a disk drive at a later date if you're undecided. According to the site, Sony is also aiming to design a much simpler design that its predecessor. The goal is for the company to make the size and the weight as low as possible as it possibly can, reducing costs on storage and shipment. All of this will help it profit on the product and keep the final prices down during these economically uncertain times. Yeah, it's always uncertain with economy. There's no news here, man. Don't use such phrases. In fact, in the back of the recent reports about an upcoming PS5 Slim version, which will reduce the amount of SSD space included, Insider Gaming adds that this new model will reduce the weight of the console, saving the manufacturer a few pence on shipment per unit. I mean, I get like the size shrinking to save like space in a container. Just put like a half more amount than the regular size of the console with the box. Sure. Why the SSD space? You're not gonna really save a lot there, man. Really not. So stupid. Chat is going wild. Let me check. Let me check. Ahoy haste. Did I say ahoy? I think I did not. Ahoy. But will the PS6 have any games? That's a different question. That's a good question. Will it have like exclusives at release? Probably. Kojima has like one. Which game was? Physant was, I think, a Sony exclusive. So he might do this Physant, whatever game that might be in the future. Who knows? Some kind of espionage like Metal Gear Solid. He told us so far. But yeah, if you don't have games, like good games, exclusives, who really cares? That's a good point, I guess. Ahoy, Everyden! We talked about you and your wiener. Your women wiener. I have a right. This article is pointless speculation. Depends. The Insider Gaming was not always wrong with predictions and seeing like documentations and all that. So who knows? So it's overall probably pointless, but it's always a little bit fun to speculate, right? Yes, a docking station with a faster GPU. You can do that, sure, but the problem might be the docking station itself is way more expensive this way. Just give me a Game Boy with Pokemon Yellow and leave me alone. Fuck y'all. No, fuck you. Pokemon. So gay. So gay. Pokemon Yellow. I never played a Pokemon game. Never touched a Pokemon game. Believe it or not, but Never touched a Pokemon game. Lower the price of one that isn't out yet. Increase price for a PS5 by $50. I mean, till the PS6 will come out, probably around 2028-ish, right? The PS5 might rise in price again. And when the PS6 will be released, if ever, we don't know that for sure, right? Because the economy can change any day, right? They might then lower the price, and then pretend like, look, we are looking out for you. The PS6 is now out now, but we want to give you the chance with a $50 less expensive PS5 now. It always works like that, always. Mikai's short bus comes at 10:30. Don't miss your bus. They don't want him in the short bus. Mikai's is hated everywhere. Just saying. Fuck, wait, I'm the driver. Shit. Nah, I don't think so. Serious deep docking. Deep docking? Give me your PO box. What the hell is up with this Joker dude? Which Joker dude? I'm sending you Pokemon Yellow right now. I can get Pokemon Yellow on emulation. Who cares? I'm super not interested in Pokemon. Okay, where the fuck was I? All of this will help it profit in the product and keep the final prices down during the economic uncertain times. In fact, on the back of the recent reports of PS5, I read that too, man. It's clear that when it comes to its upcoming hardware, Sony is thinking very carefully about costs. Oh, no shit, Sherlock. You think they are just putting a price tag on stuff and don't think about it? Some articles are just written stupid sometimes. I didn't anticipate that by Push Square. Push Square is more like actually pretty neutral-ish, But this article is kind of stupid written. That may disappoint those of you looking for a cutting-edge piece of technology, but it may help the manufacturer make something much more affordable. Yeah, okay, thank you. Now I'm super more smart. Super more smart. More hardware news. Pokemon Red and Fire Red are better. Blue beat red. Yellow is best. Fight me. Do not talk about Fight Club. They are not in the Fight Club. They are retards, like everybody in the chat. It will be a lame fight. Have you ever seen retards fighting? New Atari handheld looks great, but costs almost as much as a Switch Lite. Yeah, it looks actually, I never saw that. It looks pretty neat, I have to admit. Very simple, like a knob here. Big ass knob on the left. 4 buttons here, maybe numbers. I'm not super sure. I haven't looked up more pictures of this thing. My arcade, a D-pad, and probably a little analog stick beneath his thumb here. The Retro Portable strikes a great balance between ostentatious and sleek, retro and modern. But will the latest Atari machine But while the latest Atari machine is full of games from the 80s, it packs a contemporary price tag of $180. Produced by the folks at My Arcade, the Atari Game Station Go was first revealed at the CES 2025 near the start of the year. It packs a 7-inch high-resolution full-color display, a rechargeable battery for 4 to 5 hours of playtime, and over 200 classics from Atari's past. Pre-orders went live today at Best Buy and GameStop, with the device shipping sometime in October. And you get here like a little list about some games. Retro consoles are cashing in on nostalgia more than anything, but the Atari Game Station Go is still coming in pretty steep. The NES and the SNES, a classic game in a came in at $60 and $80 respectively when Nintendo launched them years back. The PlayStation Classic was still only $100. North of that, and thoughts of childhood pitfall sessions brush up again the harsh realities of the current family budget. So yeah, I mean, if you're a super retro fan who can be catched with nostalgia, you're gonna waste that money, I guess. Just like visually, this handheld looks pretty neat. Color scheme is something different and all that, but yes. You might have more value with it if you can kind of hack it and put different games on it and load different system and all that. Depends, of course, on how powerful the CPU and GPU actually is, how much storage you have on it to manipulate and load stuff on it. We have to wait and see till it comes out in October. Executive Joker, I believe, is the username. He is just wannabe Dr. Disrespect. I don't care. I don't care for those peoples. Rumble loves them. Rumble loves them. That's all I can say. Keanu Reeves would come back for Cyberpunk 2. Actor Keanu Reeves played Johnny Silverhand in the CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077. And with a sequel now in development, many are wondering if Reeves might come back. The Matrix actor told IGN that he would absolutely be interested in reprising his role in the sequel. I'd love to play Johnny Silverhand again, he said. We also don't know if Reeves could come back to play Johnny Silverhand again in something outside of the game. But what is clear is that Reeves is up for reprising the role in some form or another. Cyberpunk 2, which is the game's official title, for now at least, officially entered pre-production earlier this year. As of July 31st, 2025, there were 116 people at CD Projekt Red working on the game, up from 96 people from 3 months prior. The overwhelming majority of staff, however, are working on the studio next big release, The Witcher 4, which hopefully is gonna fucking tank. Nah, I don't hope really for that. If it's a good game, I hope people can fucking enjoy it for a good price. But I'm not very happy what I saw so far about Witcher 4. Very little is known about Cyberpunk 2, but developer Dan Harnberg said it will be a uniquely American story. I got a lot of like punk energy, and the tabletop game was written by an American, so it just seems right to do it in America. America! Yeah. I mean, it worked in the first game, I guess. It doesn't matter. I think for gamers, it doesn't really matter too much where it plays, as long as it is just good. Written good, has nice dialogues, good graphics. It's a bonus. Good audio, good music, and all that. So, what the heck? Mod your fucking Xbox, you idiots. I don't have an Xbox anymore. I had plenty, but I gave them just away. Just away. Modded, by the way. I modded them. Old Vancouver Canucks colors. Really? Like orange, red, and yellowish? Interesting. Fuck the Canadians, though. Ouch, my junk. Fuck all of the Canadians. Even you. No, you are kind of alright. You're kind of very alright. Where you from, retard? Let sleeping dogs lie. Ahoy, Aramis. Good to see you. And Pigo Boy. You have the same color. Gay pink, by the way. Very gay pink. But it's okay. If you want to be gay pink. I mean, I get it with Pigo Boy, actually. He's a pig. The pigs are usually pink. And... Don't change the color. Don't change. Never. Only if you feel like it. Dogs lie. Cats never snitch on you for drugs. They'll make Keanu a switch hitter. I forgot what a switch hitter actually is. Will Cyberpunk 2 work on launch? Depends on the system. I had 0 troubles on my PC. And I had what GPU did I had back then? Let me think. I might have actually still my GTX 1080. Yeah, I might still had that. Not 100% sure. But I remember I had 0 issues. Only when I got my super widescreen Odyssey Samsung, which is 13 by 9, 32 by 9, like super widescreen. Actually, no game really was adjusted for such resolutions there, which was 5260 by 1440p, something like that. And the game just, I mean, it worked, but the radar and the UI was completely fucked up. But other than that, it worked fine. Catson, fuck you over dogs will. Yes. This country sucks now. That's ouch my junk to Canada. Northern Ontario, whoops, hit caps. It ran good on 5800X and 3060 Ti for me. Yeah, I think PC. There were not a lot of reports on PC anyway. It was actually mainly on the PS4. No, was it? Maybe it was actually Xbox One only. I think it was Xbox One and PS4, but mainly Xbox One, I think. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, those old consoles had a lot of troubles. That's why Sony refunded, and it was the first major case of just mass refunds. Anyhow, some people are not happy with this game now, since the nostalgia just went out the window pretty much. People now see clearer and just admit that, yeah, this game is actually not that great. Now that I played a little bit, I'm, yeah, not super happy. Oblivion Remastered descends to mixed review status on Steam. When The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion got its fancy new remaster earlier this year, fans of Bethesda's open world RPGs, myself included, were elated at the return of this vintage classic. Sadly, the enthusiasm wasn't made to last, as seems befitting of its origins as the Bethesda developed game. Oblivion Remastered is plagued by bugs and crashes on PC, especially following its 1.2 update, which has ticked off enough players to see its recent reviews status on Steam sink to the dreaded pale orange mixed designation. Recent reviews cited critical issues with the performance across the board, crashes, unfair difficulty, scaling, and frustration with Unreal Engine 5, a sentiment only becoming more and more common. Yeah, because it's cheaper, you have like a free engine there, but you have to adjust the engine. We talked about this already. You have to adjust the engine according to your game, whatever you're doing, you have to adjust stuff. And it's even worse though with Bethesda and Oblivion Remastered. They mixed like the old engine, they put it kind of into Unreal Engine 5 because they otherwise would have needed to do everything from ground on. So they have like a mixed engine there actually. So of course that's gonna cause you trouble. Idiots. I stopped counting the crashes. I really wanted to recommend this game, but I can't due to technical issues and performance. Few and far in between. Started playing at launch with mods, and the game was perfectly fine to me. Came back this weekend, can't for the life of me find out how to fix the GPU crash dump trigger crash. Those were some statements from reviews there. Frustration over performance is certainly one of the loudest sentiments among Steam reviewers, especially with the remaster exhibiting the well-known stuttering issues seen in other Unreal Engine 5 games. Those are all not very well made. We talked about engines like almost 2 weeks ago now. If you're a big enough company, you should make your own engine. We have Capcom here as an example. They made their own RE engine, and it works for them pretty well. They don't need to waste money and give like profits, a partial of their profits to Epic Games there if the game is going to be successful. They just can go to the development team for the engine and just ask for updates or additions, mods, whatever. So if you're a big enough company, you should consider your own engines. Especially if you're a Bethesda, you have already working engines, newer engines. Maybe make those engines even more newer, update them to the new main version there. I don't know why you're so stupid, man. I really don't know. Because you're gonna have always those troubles with just imported engines, and if you're not adjusting your games and engines to merge together well, you're gonna have troubles. Flexing hardware now, a little bit. I mean, you should have a good GPU, Beepster, don't you? Are you running on a potato? Is your PC screen now powered by 2 potatoes in serial? Buddy, I'm 34. I have been here a while. Yes, Mike Eisen to ouch. All the consoles had issues, although it kind of ran semi-okay on Xbox One X. Oh yeah, I forgot the One X, sorry. Sorry! Like the better performance Xbox One there. Sorry, Haste. You're so right. One X was a really great compact system. No, One was always shitty. I hate that one. Played only a Halo on it and just sold it instantly after I played the Master Chief Edition and Halo 5. True. Oblivion has always been broken. That's the other thing. Yeah. They didn't fix anything. Old bugs were just transported over. Wait, I thought the bugs, the features were part of the game's charm. If you're retarded, sure. I enjoyed kind of Skyrim. Other than that, all those Elder Scrolls, I kept my hands off those games. I have Oblivion. It's not that I don't own those games. Like on multiple platforms, actually. But let's just be honest. The charm was the bugs for many people, like having hilarious situation with NPCs and all, and enemies and monsters and all that. But the story itself was like very mid. Like very, very mid. People need to admit to themselves more about all kinds of issues in their life. Be it in games or be it in politics or whatever. You have to admit that you have been lied to with a certain nostalgia and certain arguments there for bad reasons, actually. That's what made it fun, kind of. RE Engine blows big chunks for open world games. That's not true. We talked about that. For some reason, Capcom did a bad. What was the latest Monster Hunter called? Wilds. Monster Hunter Wilds was bad because for some reason they didn't adjust it with their own engine. But the other previous Monster Hunters were also on RE engine, and they are open world, and they work fine. Nobody really complained about that a lot, so there goes that. Clips are gay. Hit the like and stuff. LMR, guess clips are coming to Rumble now. Oh yeah, they're talking about that for forever now. Almost 2 years. We are promised shorts, which is a cancer feature. Shorts, like just keeping people even in less fucking memory state here. Short span attention. Very, very bad. I hate that. But look, if we need to talk about Rumble for a second here, they're still stupid. Rumble still stupid. I mean, just you can go and look right now who is being featured every fucking day, right? The same people who would otherwise, I repeat myself, who would never get out of their own little pit. We are all in pits here, in the gaming section at least. They would never blow up in the sense if they wouldn't be featured every fucking day. It's just lame, you know. And of course, I will not be addressed. I will not get any replies about anything anymore from Rumble. I know sometimes they still watch me. I absolutely fucking for a fact know. They keep an eye on me for some reason because they know that I know that they are full of it. And I call them out. But yes, I mean the shorts that were promised for forever, for 2 years or so, something like that. Music, the Rumble music is a thing. The Rumble wallet, all that crap, you know, that will all come for sure. When we don't know really. Promises were made for a while now for all those tools, and Rumble just pretending to us creators mainly, actually, like, yeah, shorts are gonna make you more money, even more money. Trust us, bro. Not on Rumble. Rumble, the ad revenue on Rumble is dog shit. It's just bad. It will get you nowhere if you are not on the front page and featured. And I started recording actually the last week, like some people, for 2-3 hours just on my server. I have OBS installed there. Just to record, like, the resolution doesn't need to be high resolution or all that. Some people are using viewer bots, and you absolutely see it, and I can prove it and all that. But Rumble just lets that fly and all that. Ad revenue companies are not going to give Rumble money for those fuckers who get on front of everybody else who tries to not make a living, but just tries it honestly. We have a lot of those assholes, by the way. Just saying. And Rumble tries to attend now the shorts stuff and telling people, yeah, do more shorts in the future. You're going to get more money. And it's going to destroy probably Rumble at the beginning. Maybe later on, they're going to make money as soon as people like being in this cycle of just scrolling on the app, on the shorts, just like many do on YouTube, on not Twitch, but X, for example. Just keep people scrolling. I actually talked about that on X in a post today. Just keep people scrolling. It's stupid, but it is what it is, man. What can I do? I can do just my show here. I can try to inform people about gaming news. Honestly, content here. That's all. And yeah, Joker is one of those guys who is being featured all the fucking time and screaming, yeah, let's go, yeah, oh, Rick is in the chat, yeah, oh, Punch TV is in the chat, yeah, hi, Punch. Fuck off. I despise all that bullcrap. You know me, a little bit. Fuck all that shit. The Dragon's Dogma ran like shit too. I didn't talk about that. Might be. But I'd never tested that because I didn't like Dragon's Dogma 1. Haste, I agree, but I'm sure it has something to do with Rumble Short. Yeah, Rumble News. There are better open world games engines. Oh yeah, that's for sure. But still, Capcom can like adjust their engine if like the team of a bigger game demands. They have the team there, the development team of the engine right there. They can say, look, I really don't need that part in the engine. Can we just take that out and it will run better for the open world part? They just need to communicate better. Smell a pit at that. I still prefer Rumble over YouTube. Me too, absolutely. Haste. Like I said, you know me. I absolutely love Rumble for the freedom of speech. Like calling Silvercock. Yeah. For everybody who's new here right now. I don't think a lot of new people. Yes, he records his wife getting banged for money by black dudes mainly. They're watching. They are. Kick would be the only alternative. Yeah, I mean, whatever problem Rumble has, you can't grow on Kick though. You really, really need to work your ass off to be recognized on Kick somewhat. You can't grow there. They have no system like putting you on some kind of roster at the front page, like Rumble gives you at least kind of the opportunity for that, which I'm grateful. Don't get me wrong. They are not noticing. Don't notice, says that. Ahoy. Is that Mikaisen? Must be Mikaisen. Mikaisen is gay. I still don't understand if Rumble is trying to be to be a YouTube alt or Twitch alt. They don't know themselves. Rumble just tried to inhale as many small-time creators into a creator program to spread good PR, and now they are doing rug pull after rug pull to weed out the bloat they added. That's the thing, though, Pico. I said that multiple times too. Rumble is not doing a good job there. Rumble just doesn't learn. Heck, I'm just repeating myself, and it's not about me. But I give you like some content that is changing, like on a daily basis. Like the news are not going to be always the same. Well, I can only read the news that are out there new, right? It's not like I'm just trying to find the same stuff over and over or play the same stuff over and over on weekends. But they could feature me and build like something with content. I don't think, that's just my opinion, of course. Logically, right? I don't think featuring the same FPS guys, the same 3, 4, maybe 5 FPS guys who play the same game every day is like really good for the platform, you know? And I hate to use that word because it's fucking attached to bad feelings these days, the DEI, but diversify your fucking content. That's all I can say. Kino Casino claiming quartering uses viewbots. Not himself. I don't think that. I don't think that. If there are viewbots, Rumble is probably doing it on him. I get invited to the Rumble Creator House, and he'll be gay boy for Chris too. Heck no. I will absolutely not do anything. Actually, Silvercock is going to be this Thursday on side scrollers. And I need to invest maybe $5 or so to point out that he is a cock. Wow, for money? Yeah, it's me, fuck you. I had to wash my eyes with bleach after seeing Silvercock's wife with it. She is not a pretty woman, no. Let's move on! You're wasting my time! Beepster, you fucker. Give me money now for the time wasting. Borderlands 4 Day 1 patch will help performance, but don't expect it to run on low-spec hardware. Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford, you're gonna buy the game no matter the price if you're a real fan? Has responded to a preview complaining about Borderlands 4 performance. He says that the Day 1 patch will improve performance, but that the game may not be playable on PCs that don't meet the minimum system requirements. I mean, yeah, it's a given. If you don't meet the minimum requirements you give for your games out there, it's probably not going to run great. What I have troubles and issues with is that you already telling us we're gonna give you a Day 1 patch that will improve. Why don't you release the game with this patch already included? To make it not a Day 1 patch, but the game itself. You have time, obviously. Fucking moron. I just those companies, man. So it's so wild. So stupid. Stupid! What is not stupid is reviving iPods. Did you own an iPod? I had the Nano, like the first generation Nano, the more like squarish. Yes, do it good. Morning, Swiss. Hi, Kumanist. You are very well spoken source of gaming news. I am pretty much the only one with that amount, at least, with that amount of news. You retard, hello, Mike. Let me check the commie Swiss funds. Please hold. I'm going to Coom. Don't Coom. All 54 lost click-wheel iPod games have now been preserved for posterity. Last year, we reported on the efforts of classic iPod fans to preserve playable copies of the downloadable click-wheel games that Apple sold for a brief period in the late O's. The community was working to get around Apple's enormous fair play theorem by having people who still owned original copies of those now unavailable games sync their accounts to a single iTunes installation via a coordinated virtual machine. That master library would then be able to provide playable copies of those games to any number of iPods perpetuity. I pretty much forgot that there were actually games on the iPods. I don't know if the iPod Nano itself had some. I'm pretty sure there were some. But yes, that was a thing. You had the iPod, and with the wheel, you could play certain games, which is pretty interesting. Those are now all gone. You can get iPods, of course, those iPods, those old ones. Is there still iPods? How about we check? Apple.com. Thank you, Beepster, very much for the Silvercock question on SS. Let's see. Do they have iPad, AirPod? No iPods anymore. iPods is completely dead. I mean, it makes sense because you can get music, same experience pretty much with a cheap, refurbished iPhone, right? So yeah, no more iPhones for the people. But yes, there was a time and games were on it, and this project tries to preserve them, and 54, all of them, have been recovered. GitHub user also, the originator of the iPod Clickwheel Games Preservation project, tells Ars that Ars, which is Ars Technica here, that he locked into contact with 3 people who had large iPod game libraries in the first month or so after the project's launch last October. That includes one YouTuber who had purchased and maintained copies of 39 distinct games, even repurchasing some of the upgraded versions Apple sold separately for later iPod models. I've put a lot of time into coaching people that had problems transferring the files and authorizing the account once with me on the virtual machine. But I kept a motivation to continue coaching anyone else coming to me by mail or Discord and making regular posts to increase awareness until I could find finally someone that could, this time, go with me through all the steps of the preservation process. And you see here another iPod with a Real Soccer 2009 game. I mean, who plays those games? But it's just neat. It's just neat, and I love such efforts. I was worried about people losing their Apple ID or their game files, or about how mechanical hard drives that are storing the games are all dying. Yes, the very first big iPods, they had like physical hard drives. Yeah, people who are older than 20 years old should remember that. Hard drives and stuff. I think they had like 1.8-inch hard drive. You could replace them back then. But pretty easy-ish. Not like today, the storage. But yes, hard drives on the iPods. There was always something wrong or an unexpected disaster preventing us to complete the process. One iMac HDD plus 2 iPod HDDs died when the people were trying to back up the game files. So while the people tried with him to do this process with backing stuff up on older virtual machines, on iPads, not iPads, on iBooks and on such. the drive just died at that moment, which is, of course, horrible, but what can you do? But he now finished this project. He has all the 54 games for that system, and you can go to the GitHub. Links, as usual, all down below. However, for gamers who grew up during this weird time of Apple gaming history, the project has also provided some immediate and direct nostalgic value. The iPod version of Sonic the Hedgehog was my introduction to the franchise as a kid, and it got me into speedrunning. Reddit user Maboysk HK, maybe, wrote in praising the preservation effort. To this day, it is the easiest version of the game for me to play due to the ingrained muscle memory. Like speedrunning on our iPod. Kind of interesting for sure. Oh, let's see. Hunter Brooks, ahoy. I'm surprised at how many think because they play games they will enjoy game development. As a developer myself is rather than do non-game development. Less burnout and decent pay. You can do that, I guess. Just do what you can, what you have talent for. If you have more talent for games and you enjoy though coding for apps in general, do that. Got a friend who uses an iPod. I loved the iPod Nano, actually. I hated the old ones, the original, the bigger ones, the first ones. They were pretty heavy, you know, for such a small device. Pretty heavy. Don't talk to me. The noticing will continue. Like, fuck it will. You have a war going on there. I don't care. The fuck is the announcement for Apple? Yes, we are all retards. Don't worry, I'm special too. You're probably the most special, Mikaison. And yes, I do his name on purpose this way. The HDDs could be replaced with a CF card. Yeah, the problem back then, though, you're talking about the time period from roughly... When was the first one released? Kind of 2006-ish, I think. Or even way earlier, 2005-ish, 4-ish. The CF card back then were more expensive than the HDD drive, like the physical drives. You know, storage-wise, way more expensive. But yes, if you had the money, sure, you can replace it if you listen only to fewer tracks with less storage, you know. A communist faggot card, sure, like the sound of that. I like the sound of you not talking. Go on with your war then. Princess Peach Toadstool's name was invented by a surprising source. Nintendo star heroine wasn't always named Princess Peach, and for many years prior to the release of Super Mario 64, went by a different name, Princess Toadstool. Now fans know the reason why, and it wasn't because of any decision Nintendo made. I never heard about that story actually, so that is real news to me. In an interview with the Time Extension, Nintendo veteran Leslie Swan, who over the course of her nearly 3-decade career helped localize countless Nintendo classics, wrote for Nintendo Power magazine, and even voiced Princess Peach in Super Mario 64, spilled the beans on the unlikely origin of the Toadstool moniker. She said in Nintendo's early days, there wasn't a lot of communication between the development teams in Japan and those working on the marketing in the US. So on Super Mario Bros., Nintendo, had outsourced the production of the manual to an ad agency, Swan said. And the ad agency just kind of created names for things. And so they are the ones who came up with Princess Toadstool as the name for Peach. After the ad agency's decision, the name stuck for the next decade. Swan said when localizing Super Mario 64 for North America, alongside with Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto, Miyamoto was fond of the Peach name and wanted it included. So we We call her Princess Toadstool and Peach and all that because of an ad agency who just made up names for Nintendo, and Nintendo just went with it for no good reason because Miyamoto was fond of Peach. Weird, weird, weird. Swan suggested combining the two names together for the US release. Peach could be Princess Toadstool's more informal name, Swan said. It's for that reason Peach's letter to Mario at the beginning of Super Mario 64 is signed Princess Toadstool with Peach handwritten in pink. Like that's her princess, the formal official name, Princess Toadstool. But she's actually Peach. Thank you, ad agency there. Never heard of that story. Kind of interesting. Peachy Puss? No. I like Latinas. I like women. No, you don't. You're gay, Mikaisen. Everybody knows you're gay. Good news! If you're a Vin Diesel fan. I asked Vin Diesel for a sequel to his D&D movie, and he delivered. At least that's what Isaac Rouse, our super gay black dude at Polygon, thinks. I yelled into the online void for Lionsgate to make a sequel to The Last Witcher Hunter, and the film gods bestowed upon me a gift. No, nobody cares about you. A sequel has been confirmed 10 years later, with Vin Diesel and Michael Caine reprising their respective roles. The Last Witcher sequel is being fast-tracked with Vin Diesel's production company One Race Films attached, and Caine returning from the retirement to reprise his role as the priestly Dolan. Last Witch Hunter grossed $130 million at the worldwide box office in 2015 and was ranked among the 5 most watched movies on Netflix in 2025, which is pretty crazy. I actually liked that movie though. The Last Witch Hunter, I kind of enjoyed, and I actually also not watched it on Netflix, but I watched it this year the last time. I think it was kind of end of March or something. It's overall just a fun watch there, you know. The enduring enthusiasm made clear that there is an appetite for more stories set in this world. Vin Diesel and I have partnered many times over the years, and he is a true force in our industry. I'm thrilled to be reuniting with him as he returns to his iconic role, and excited by how advancements in filmmaking technology now allow us to economically deliver a sequel on an even more ambitious scale. I don't know what you mean with economically and more film technology. Hasn't changed a lot, like camera-wise and set-wise, really. You have digital cameras, maybe now more 4K in cinemas even. But yeah, I don't know what you mean. So I'm not really excited for it. I just find it interesting because I kind of enjoyed The Last Witch Hunter. Did you watch The Last Witch Hunter there? Princess Road Pizza. What? Gotta go. See y'all. Bye, Haste. He's gonna watch secretly Geeks and Gamers soon. I know it. Have a good one for sure, Haste. Fast and Witchious. Which family? I mean, the chances are high they're gonna fuck it up. Who knows? But like I said, I enjoyed The Witch Hunter. Side note for every John Woo fan. 4 legendary John Woo action movies release on 4K Blu-ray this fall. A Better Tomorrow trilogy and Hard Boiled. You can pre-order them now. Pretty hefty prices though. I don't think they're worth that, but there are like hardcore John Woo fans out there who are just gonna spend $100 on 3 movies on a trilogy there. That's why I put this into the news. An almost entirely AI-generated animated movie is in the works, and it's aiming to debut at Cannes next year. And Cannes is actually like this fancy, artsy, fartsy shit. How do you call it even? I don't know. Film festival, I guess, still. So are they really okay with AI art? It's just weird to me. A mostly AI-generated film is in the works, and it has the aim of debuting at Cannes next year. According to the Wall Street Journal, Critters, that's the title of the movie, which will be made largely with AI, is anticipating a global 2026 theatrical release. The movie hails from OpenAI creative specialist Chad Nelson, and it will be made with OpenAI tools like image generating models and GPT-5. Human actors and artists will be involved with production as voice actors and to draw sketches that will be input into OpenAI's tools. Some of the writers involved with Paddington 3 are on board, though the article doesn't specify which. Critter's budget is $30 million US, and it's aiming to be completed in around 9 months. Vertigo Films and Native Foreign are producing. Federation Studios, Vertigo's partner company, is funding the project. I don't like that, actually, because if that's going to be kind of successful, we're going to see after this one way more AI movies. You know, if this is going to be successful, I think that's a big test run here. And if those gays, thank you for the follow there. If those gays at Cannes, with the film festival of Cannes, are happy with this shit, they're gonna praise it, and they have like a lot of influence in, not Cannes, Cannes with A, Cannes. Or Cannes, who cares, it's fucking in the French region, it's gay anyway. But if they praise that shit, they have a lot of influence in Hollywood, and they're gonna tell like all of the studios, hey, this movie was great, and you should look into it to save money. And the studios from that moment on are gonna probably invest money. So that's like, keep an eye open on this Critters thing and what they say about this. I hope it's gonna flop. I hope people are gonna fucking hate it and gonna keep the AI slop a little bit away from us, right? And AI is in general very slop. AI is in general very slop. I use it on a daily basis just for the funsies, and I am aware of it, that it's slop. I use it just because it's easy in that sense of I'm a one-man production here. I can make sometimes like usable pictures and usable translation of certain stuff and all that. So, but I'm super aware of it, that it is just garbage in general. But it gives me the opportunity to make something, you know. I'm not talented with drawing and all that shit, right? But I don't want movies in theaters, and I don't fucking know in what 10 years just having AI slop and everybody being out of business from acting. It's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be horrible. Because it's already horrible in California. Well, I know it's going to flop. AI videos, photos already breaking the brains of boomers. I mean, if you know what you're doing, you can make your talent shine even more, for sure. Like with everything in life. AI is in general just a bunch of tools. If you know how to use the tools better than people like me who have no idea about coding. I mean, no idea is wrong, but you know what I mean, I guess. Like if you know how to draw and you have like multiple pencils, you have more opportunities to draw better, right? Very simple. Over 50% of games industry layoffs have taken place in California.
Cocksucker, San Francisco.
I don't know if all of them were in San Francisco, but many seem to be cocksuckers in San Francisco. The current climate of layoffs is prevalent as ever in the games industry. And Amir Satvat, who you see in the thumbnail here, this is this guy here, tells us that. Has provided more insight into the locations most affected, with more than 50% of cuts taking place in California. So California is not doing great, it seems, economically in game development, with all those layoffs happening pretty much there, which is weird, isn't it? And maybe not super weird. Satvat, who is business development director at Tencent Games, a Chinese company, also runs a community of resources for people looking to find work after being affected by layoffs, or for individuals looking to enter the industry. Speaking to the game business, Satvat said that over 70% and in some years 75% of the layoffs have been in North America, which is a lot. Despite like China being a big development country in games too, and India, you might not acknowledge that, but India is super big. They have a lot of mobile shit going on there, but they don't have this amount of layoffs there. Just saying. He noted that while overall employment in the industry has actually increased since before the pandemic, developers working in the US have been facing noticeable cuts in their workforce, particularly in the AAA studios. As a result, Satvat has been recommending that games people focus on looking for non-game roles to secure a new job. Yeah, learn to code just for non-games to have maybe a different job. And if you're a good game developer, you can change your job as a developer, as a coding guy, just in making some apps, you know. And if you really know what you're doing with code, you can make your own game. Would you know that? I think of people like concentric circles, he explained. Are they one circle away from games, or two circles? One circle away would be where at Amazon in the studio. Now you're at Prime Video. Two circles would be even further away from that. We now have more placements for our community in non-games than in games. I think he's a little snake here, by the way, in general. He tries to recruit probably like talents. That's why he talks to this games business magazine. He tries to tell people, look, we have a platform, we have a community. If you have been laid off, come to us. And he's going to pick out probably some good talents there who have been laid off for cheaper, you know. I think he's a snake in that regard. Doesn't mean he's wrong, though, with all those numbers. That's why I'm here instead of. Imagine being replaced by AI. I don't know. I can't imagine. That's why I'm here. Lol, that's why I'm here instead of YouTube. Good. There you finished the sentence. Don't worry, Cumble is on the way to becoming a gay retarded version of YouTube. Cumble? I don't know that web page. Seems to be your home there. Your online gay home. They have no toilets. What? Who has no toilets? Do you guys think AI movies are going to flop? At the beginning, probably. They need just to get better. They need to observe like the audience, what the audience likes and whatnot. Just a process. But you better be good in coding and make like the bots yourself. The AI bots will love it. GTA was the first country to take out a loan from an international bank for toilets. What a stupid topic. Where was I? Satvat continued, we know 85% of people looking for game jobs are going to have to find non-game jobs. So it's been a slow, empathetic process for trying to get people to understand that they simply have to look at other stuff. It's just mathematically not possible otherwise. Not forever, but for some amount of time. Yeah, you better try not too hard to get into gaming again. If you're talented, if you know how to look at code, if you know how to manipulate the code to do certain stuff on devices, just do other stuff than gaming. It's a simple advice. It's not like higher mathematics, you know. Despite the uncertainty, Satvat is optimistic about the future of the industry, especially in co-development and X-development. The games market is absolutely growing and has a lot of room to grow, he said. I really think it's going to be the dominant interactive and entertainment medium for the next century, unless something significant changes. Yeah, if the AI gets like enough information and just creates games out of nowhere. You just tell the AI probably in about 20 years or so, make me a jump and run with this and that style and put the face of Beepster on it. And he has to die horrible, gruesome ways when I miss the jump and all that. You can tell probably the AI in 20 years or so. So yeah, it's going to probably change significantly and people are just going to play all day long AI slop. I feel like it is easier than ever to self-start, to self-publish, to make your own game, to make your own mods, to learn what to do. Everything is growing, everything is more open, and people still love games, but it just takes a very different entrepreneurial skill set to take that on. Yeah, you better get good. Get good at get gooder. Gooderer. How about that? Get gooderer at coding games and make your own games. Sadvat concluded, if you're looking for this, if you're looking for is the 20-year. What? If what? Oh, my mistake. Sorry, Sadvat. If what you're looking for is the 20-year AAA standard functional gig in one location, that's going to be an exception. The set that's hard to meet increasingly and may disappoint. Yeah, just make smaller cakes. Just make cookies. Start with cookies. Make your own small cookies first. But I feel like if you go into it open, it's still very, very tough. But there are opportunities that didn't exist before. Yeah, he's super not wrong on that. He's very, very spot on. Now is the time, if you have been laid off, if you know what to do with code, now is the time maybe to think about making your own stuff. You can publish it pretty cheaply and easily on Steam, your stuff. Roughly it costs you like $100 to publish it on Steam by yourself, you know? So he's not wrong on that. But yes, it's pretty crazy that in the US, mainly the layoffs happened in the industry. So they are just too expensive. Those people are just too expensive for those big ass corporations like Microsoft. Let me check the chat again. Did I miss something important? Sounds like AAA title. Love to the future. Still waiting for the Warcraft sequel movie. You're never gonna see that, man. I liked the first the movie, but only because I knew who the characters were and all that. Normies, no, normies don't care. LG will soon let players stream Xbox cloud gaming in their cars. Cars which make use of LG's WebOS automotive content platform will be able to stream and play games directly from an Xbox app. Players will need an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription as well as an automotive data plan. So yeah, you need, of course, to have connection with your car and the Ultimate subscription pass. It's just interesting that LG makes the app work on their device, which is kind of weird and crazy. Operates in compliance with the driving safety regulations. We are committed to meeting players wherever they are, bringing the joy of gaming into even more places and experiences. And yeah, they have to meet like the compliance for safety. You can play it, of course, only in your backseat, but still weird. And the experience stuff, that's the name of this guy, Christopher Lee, who said that. That's why we are excited to announce our latest expansion for Xbox Cloud Gaming Beta. Through our collaboration with LG Electronics, we are working to integrate the Xbox experience into select internet-connected vehicles, introducing a new way to bring more of what players love about Xbox into more places. Yeah, once more proof that Microsoft doesn't care about your hardware. They try to run Xbox app on everything, even if it's on your LG controlled car. Just a little side note there, pretty much. Another side note, original PlayStation turns 30 years old in America today. So here are some nice stories about it. 30 years this thing is old. Sounds like super old, but go look up how old the PlayStation 3 actually is. And it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Time just flies by. The console who made Sony the probably still way bigger than Nintendo actually in consoles, in video games consoles. This console made them big, and it's a great fucking console. The design so simple, you know, of the original. Who doesn't like this design? I mean, look at it. So simple. 2 slots for controllers, 2 slots for a memory card. Controller was like something very nice. The grip pretty neat. Something modern. A lot of buttons. Later on, about 3 years later, DualShock came out and all that. Nice. Love PS1. One of my favorite consoles, actually, of all time. Also, I can drive and play. No, only on backseat. Game screen on the back of my com slot, bought 3000 for when I'm banging and driving. Have you ever seen titties? Like, not man titties, communist. Woman titties. Have you ever seen titties? I just can't trust you. Time really is final boss. And if you're a fan of the original and Panzer Dragoon, kind of a neat game, but I never finished it though. But it's pretty unique. Panzer Dragoon 2, that's how you pronounce it, 2, which means 2. Remake officially confirmed for Nintendo Switch. First details and screenshots. It was announced 2018, but now you're gonna get it on Switch. On Switch, really? Switch has very old hardware, actually. Very old mobile hardware, actually. Years after it was first announced, Panzer Dragoon 2 Remake has received a status update, including news about a Nintendo Switch version and first screenshots. Forever Entertainment first shared plans about the remake way back in 2018. At the time, though, we knew almost nothing, including which platform the project would end up. Today's update confirms that Panzer Dragoon 2 Remake will be appearing on Nintendo Switch, and it will be playable on the Tokyo Game Show later this month at the Rainy Frog booth. Here's the first set of details. You can go to the link and check the details yourself. I just wanted to show like the pictures, and I don't know, man. I don't know if people are super up for that. It looks like, just because of the hardware limitations, it is like high resolution technically. Looks like full HD, right? But it looks just like a mobile game. It doesn't look good in my opinion. You should have invested more time low polygon, not super high resolution and textures and all that. It doesn't look good in my opinion. It looks like mobile slop. Am I wrong here? Am I being too harsh? On the other hand, it's gonna cost you only $25 US. So there's that. But yes, if you want to play it desperately as soon as possible, go to Japan in about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks-ish. Tokyo Game Show will start, and you can play it there. Is that nothing? Is that nothing? I think it is something. Oh, Zorak, to the very end, he joins us. The UrhG controller is hard to go back to after DualShock 1. Depends on the game, though. I mean, yes, as soon as DualShock was like established on the PS1 and the games after that pretty much all supported DualShock, it's hard to go back, sure. But if the game didn't support it, you had no other choice in the first place. So what does it matter? You know? But yes, we are at the end. I was a little bit over because I'm going to blame Beepster. He made me go on a little rant about Rumble once more. He loves that. He's a little bitch. He loves me ranting about Rumble. But it is how it is. He gave at least $5. Like he paid his fee. Next stream tomorrow, 10 a.m. as usual. Here on Switzerland.playit, on Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. 10 a.m. Eastern, that is. My name is Ike. This is Switzerland.playit with TAGN, the Angry Game Show, every day, 10 a.m. I hope you have a great rest of your day, wherever you are. Morning, evening, whatever time it might be. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Don't be a cock, though. Cocks are cocks. And gay. And don't be a cock enjoyer. Like those who watch the cocks who watch the deed happening. Yeah, you can't use that. It's not for you, Beepster. Have a great one. Bye-bye. We need a name for people who enjoy watching cocks. There must be a name. If there's no name for that, we need to invent it. Shall we just call them cock-cock? Cock-cock, cock-cock. We have a lot of cock-cock, cock-cocks. Unfortunately. You have to subscribe. That's all I can say. Bye-bye, everybody.